fundamentally, I think the stock market and USD will actually fall in the next 1 month, simply because the Fed has already approved their debt ceilings, right? So that means not Fed, sorry, US has already approved their debt ceilings. That means the Feds are going to issue a lot of bonds in the market, and that's going to suck up liquidity in the market. Now, liquidity is more or less fixed. That means asset transfer from one way or another, it has to go into the bonds. So that means, to me, I would think it's a good time to cash out the stock if it's rising, because they have to sell their stocks. I mean, to bring out the cash and use the cash to buy the bonds. Yeah, and the same would actually happen to US dollars. Yeah, so short term, and my short term is probably about 1 month. Yeah, I think things will drop.
Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, that's exactly how I have the sensing I have now. It's I'm a dollar bull, but I cannot bull the dollar now. It just feels a bit wrong right now.
Okay, then for the next 1 month, just short it lah.
Okay, yeah. When it comes up, just short.
Yeah, as long as it fits your strategy, can no problem.
Yeah. And that's the thing, guys. I love it when Lloyd says, as long as it fits your strategy. That's always the caveat.
Isn't that always the caveat?
Yeah.
All right, so with that, I'll take over now. On my side, it's actually quite clear cut as to what to trade for the next 2-3 weeks, because I don't really have on my charts, I have 2 obviously strong and 2 obviously weak, and anything that's in between I will just ignore. So I always love this kind of scenario because it's very clear cut to me. Now, what's obviously strong on my chart is actually the British pound. You can see that I'm on a weekly chart for the British index. Prices rise, higher low, higher high, higher low, bounce off a very nice horizontal in the past. Again, this is the British index, and I'm on a weekly chart. So, and you can see that this is a very, very nice bullish bar that has a very beautiful close. As such, clear cut, I'm going to long the British pound against any other thing. Yeah, and this is as good as a strong signal. Now, the only thing that prevents me from really going a 10% trade, really, don't go in a 10% trade, but it's just this high. Yeah, but bear in mind that I'm on a weekly chart. So that means the H4 and H1 traders, you have a lot of headroom to go. Yeah, the D1 trader might be better if you have a take profit one somewhere. Yeah, but otherwise H4, H1, easily 2:1, 3:1, you can actually gear for it. That's for the British pound. And I do mean, if it isn't clear to you, I mean long, I don't mean short. All right. Now the next on my list is actually the Swiss. And then magically in 10-second time, I think my chart should load. If it doesn't, let's just chit chat. I can see Alexis blinking, that means I'm still online. Otherwise, my chart is still not loading, and I don't know how to go on for. My trading view has jammed. Yeah, but anyway, while it is still loading the Swiss chart, let me go to the British pound. I'm actually weak. My analysis tells me that I'll just skip forward, that I will be shorting, I'll be long pound and Swiss. Okay, pound and Swiss, I will long it, and CAD and dollar, I will short it. Yeah. If the chart loads later, I will show you why. So as such, I have a very good chance to actually long pound dollar. Poundy dollar. Yep. So you can see pound, this is, any of you who trades the chart pattern, this will simply means a cup, and I'm just waiting for a handle, or otherwise, just to make things simple, price break a structure, and I'm just waiting for a break and retest, and then another break and retest, and these 2 other plays that I would love to trade. So this is a very, very clear cut, simple move. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a confirmation. Confirmation comes in the form of price action that will bounce off. Yeah, not exactly be neatly this area, but as long as it gives me another high low, I'll be happy to trade it. Right, so that's the British pound, pound dollar, right? Pound dollar long. Then, as always, I'm on the H4 chart for trading. If I do get in a position here, my final take profit will be at this level. So easily give me 3:1 or 4:1 for such trades. Right. Now, next that I'll be looking for to trade. So as I mentioned that according to my analysis, I'm short DXY and CXY. So that means it's the dollar index and Canadian index. I'm going to trade the pound CAD long also. Yeah. So the H4, you can see that, wait, let me jump to the dollar, D1 chart. Yeah, you can see the D1 for pound cat. This is a very nice level. That price is just bouncing off. You can see that as on the D1, very, very nice bullish bar. Yeah, not a very clear trend that we can trade, but this is a very clear level that we can trade off. So when we go down to H4, things sort of become clearer for us when this scenario happens. So this one requires a bit of patience, right? So you can see that price has formed a double bottom, a higher low, right? Double bottom, higher low. Yeah, I don't feel particularly comfortable trading. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for next higher low. This is where I will be keen to jump in. Yeah, once price goes there, a safe, probably a 1:1 or 2:1, I'll take a partial profit off this level. Then I will let the trade run. Where do I need to? I'll just probably let it run to here. Easily a 5 or 6:1 if it happens. Right, so pound dollar and pound cat just, as always, waiting for a break and retest, and then we'll be good to go. Now, has my Swiss load? My Swiss has not load. If I change to this chart, where it load? There it. Yeah. So why I'm actually long the Swiss? Simply because on the weekly chart for the Swiss index, very nice up, down, up, down. Look, this is for a trend trader. This is always what we are looking out for. You can see that price has bounced off a very, very nice $110. Yep. So I'm prepared to actually bear in mind this is the weekly chart. All right. So if you're trading on the H1 and H4, we do have a wide latitude to trade into. Right. And these are very clear-cut levels that I am ready to trade. Now, as for the Kiwi index, this is less clear to me as to where price will go. I can only speculate that price on the Kiwi, no doubt, long term is on a downtrend. And price just reached last week. It just reached a very nice level. So we can say that it's a break and retest. I can speculate that it's going short. Right. So like I say, the term that I'm using is I can speculate. It's just not as clear to me compared to pound and Swiss. Yeah, so that's why the Kiwi index I put in the middle. Anything that's in the middle, that means I'm actually not too sure. Same for the Euro index. I'm also not too sure. Now, again, on the long term, we can see that price is rising, right? But really, is it bouncing off anything? Is it that bullish? I'm not too sure because this is a level that I actually can't really just ignore. Yeah. So I rather trade the easy stuff, not things that actually complicates my mind. Now the yen again, I'm not very sure where it wants to go, and in fact, this is a double inside bar on the weekly chart. It's not. If it actually retraces back up to this level and giving me a rejection, I'll be happy to trade it short. If it has not, I'll prefer to actually wait it out. Yeah, might be 1 or 2 more weeks before it gives me a clear signal that I can actually short it. Yeah, otherwise, double inside bar on a weekly chart is just waiting for some sort of breakout. Yeah, I don't wish to be caught in the wrong direction. I'll just wait it out. Now, Aussie index, long-term downtrend, clear cut. But you can see the last 2 weeks is very bullish. What's happening, I don't really know. In fact, this is really a classic spring. You can see that price wobbles, goes down, spring up. Yeah, some may trade it as a Wyckoff spring. I personally don't trade it. I'll just wait for a strong rejection of this level. Maybe 1 more week to wait for a high test bar or even a very bullish bar, and I'll be happy to trade it low. Short of giving a very clear-cut signal, I'll just wait it out. I'm not going to touch the Aussie index. Now, next is the Canadian index. Now, this is the reason why I prefer to trade short, right? Long pound, long Swiss, short cat, short dollar is because, look, this is a range. It has been since, last year, ranging. Price might reach up 1 more week, might or might not, but this is just a clear-cut range. And when it's a clear-cut range, price has rejected several times here at this region. And it just tells me to actually go low. Simple as that. And then last on my list will actually be the dollar index. So again, dollar index, where we can see that price has already gone lower. But on the not so wide picture, this is again a range and it's actually extreme. So you can see that price has rejected last week and continues bearish momentum. Hence, I'm keen to actually go short. So as such, just now I've shared pound cats and pound dollar. Let's have a look at cat Swiss. Right, I'm going to short cat. So on the 4-hour chart for cat Swiss, I'm just waiting for a some of you would say it's a very classic head and shoulders. Trading here will be dangerous, but will lead to higher reward. Now, if you want to wait for the full pattern to form, then this will be a break and retest of the head and shoulder. This will be a clearer place for us to trade. Right. So 1 is high risk, 2 is low risk. Right. So depend on your stability. Now, for me personally, I will trade at 1. If on Monday or Tuesday I see a bearish bar comes in, I will jump in. It fits my trading plan. And then the last, which is slightly complicated to trade for me, is dollar Swiss. Again, I think Swiss will strengthen, dollar will weaken. Now, why I say this is slightly complicated is before that we can see that dollar is on an uptrend, H4, right? I'm on the H4 chart, and there's a very, very nice looking trend line. So price has break the trend line, and in fact, it's very nice horizontal level here. That's indicated by the box. Now, price may just reach back up for a final grab at liquidity at this area, which still constitute a lower high. Then this will actually be a very, very nice place for me to trade all the way down to this level. Yeah, this will be a very, very nice risk to reward trade. Or it might also happen at its current level. You can see that this is a what you call indecision bar happening at a very nice horizontal level. So this is at itself, price what is happening now is a very classic break and retest. So again, Monday or Tuesday, there's a very good chance of it happening. Yeah, but if it happens and it and a stop loss occur, this is scenario 1, then I'll wait for scenario 2 for it to actually go higher before I attempt again. Otherwise, I'll just wait for here. The scenario 3 will be a safe place to trade. Right. By then, that will be a second lower high already. And that will be a confirmed downtrend for me to trade dollar Swiss short. Again, my final position will be, final take profit will be somewhere here. Yeah, prepare to let the trade run. Yeah. So when the trend comes, and sometimes when it's clear cut, some patience is needed. But when it happens, I would say don't be afraid, just pull the trigger and wait for the profits. Yeah, just now I went through the Aussie and Kiwi index. You have all the currency index. We don't have SGD index. Yeah, but just that for now, the Aussie and Kiwi doesn't give me a very clear scenario as to where I should be trading it. Yeah. So usually when it's not a clear scenario for me, I'll just automatically assume that it's ranging. I don't really particularly like to trade range. Yeah. I do trade at the extreme ranges. That's where a new trend will form. Yeah. So I take my analysis from the weekly chart and I go down to H4. That's how I do my analysis. So with that, Lexis, anything to add on for you? I think I'm actually supporting your analysis, right, for dollar.
Yes, definitely. So I'm actually happy that we have a similar analysis for that, and then it helps when the fundamentals and technicals kind of align. It has a bit more. I'll definitely have be a bit more aggressive once the strategy sets up for a short. Definitely, will be a bit more aggressive down there.
Right. So with that, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you. I think both of us will see you 1 month later.